TinkerCAD tips. Here's a real quick tutorial on modifying existing objects. Here in front of me I have this spool organizer, or this was actually, I believe, made for spools of ribbon. And each of these compartments is a specific size. But now let's say that I wanted to modify one of these to be wider. Well, we can't just simply take this model and stretch it out because that would change all of them. But there is a rather quick way to do this where we can change the size of just one of them. So we're going to use an old technique here. We're going to split this object first off. So let's bring out a whole box here. Bring it to the front. Let's stretch this around to the back. Raise it up. And we'll bring the side of this over to somewhere within that compartment. Come around to the side here. Let's go ahead and click on the work plane tool. We'll put it on the side of this whole box. Now I'm going to, while that whole box is selected, I'm going to click duplicate, then D to drop. While we still have that, let's stretch it out to cover the other half here. We have that covered. Let's put our work plane back. Let's zoom out. Now we need to select all of this. You can do that with the lasso selector, Control A. We'll hit duplicate here. Let's drag that out to the front. Now on the back one here, let's delete the whole box on this side. On the front one, we'll delete the whole box on this side. We'll come back here, select these two and group those together. We'll select these two and group those together. And what we're left with is the two halves. Now I need to create a section to go in between them there. We can do that rather easily. Let's take this part over here. Holding the shift down, I'm going to rotate this over 90 degrees. D to drop it to the work plane. And we're going to create an SVG from that edge that is sitting on the work plane. Anytime you create an SVG, it's always based on what portion of the object intersects the work plane. So while that's on the work plane, I'm going to click Export, SVG. We'll call it Copy of Organizers, SVG. We'll go ahead and replace that. We'll come back. Let's rotate this back up. Drop it to the work plane. All right, let's do a quick import here. We're going to select that SVG file that we just made. Import that. Let's go ahead and change that to match color. Let's make it yellow. Let's rotate it up. D to drop to the work plane. Control A to select all of these, and let's do a quick alignment here down the middle. There we go. We'll take this half over here, holding down Shift. I'm going to nudge it over. Make a little bit of overlap. We'll Shift nudge this one over. Now what we want to do is space the two ends, to whatever length that we want. And let's say that right there is the length that I want. I can take that part in the middle, drag it over to intersect the other side, Control A to select, group those together. So now our space in the middle there, this section, is bigger than it was before. Now note that TinkerCAD will leave, in many cases, these tiny little lines here. Those are just a reference for where the objects had been grouped together, but when you go to print this, they will be perfectly smooth. So there's a quick tip on modifying existing objects and how to lengthen sections or shorten sections as the case may be. For instance, we could come back to this. Let's ungroup that for a moment. Let's go ahead and move that middle section out of the way. We could have also taken this section and made it narrower, and then group those two together. Here's your quick TinkerCAD tip. Hope you enjoyed. Like, follow, and share, and we'll see you on the next one.